Hello.
Emily, what's going on?
Can I hear you okay? Hi.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. It was really quiet on my end. But how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, doing really well. How's your Friday so far?
It's good. I block it off so I don't get have meetings typically,
Nice.
which is prime. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Am
Yep,
I
just
like,
you and a couple.
okay,
Yep.
cool. Good stuff. And where are you based?
Tennessee. Yeah, what about you?
I'm typically in Tampa, but I'm in California right now. I'm in San Diego.
Nice. What are you doing there?
Just have a friend that's been living here for gosh, like a year now, and I just have yet to make it out here. And yeah, found a good 6 days to like just be out here, and
Nice.
it's been fun because we're like very much still like standard working, but also like having fun after work and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, making the most of it. It's been fun.
Nice. Do you do all of your sales calls?
No, I have a team of three.
Okay. Okay. I was like, man, that would be brutal. That would
Yeah. Well, it's
I
cool. It's fun because we don't really structure like an onboarding live call process. And so
or
I've found it to be very valuable for me to still be on calls occasionally.
yeah.
Obviously get a chance to like meet potential said client and also really keep our marketing loop pretty tight just because you
Yeah.
can learn so much and just like chatting, with the everyday business owner and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how we have the model rocking right now.
Cool. Yeah, I was talking to another agency owner who I think I disagree with this, but he said that every founder needs to do their own sales calls until 5 million in revenue, like annually. And I was like, that's a pretty
That's
big,
aggressive.
like that's yeah, I was like, I wouldn't want. I mean, yeah, I got a salesperson. I got a full-time salesperson a year ago,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's like the best investment ever for my time.
Yeah, no, it definitely depends on what you're optimizing for, right? Like
Yeah,
if you're not interested in being on 8 calls a day, like yeah,
yeah,
hire the sales guy and like have him body majority of the calls. But I think it just really depends on like the model and what you're rocking with.
yeah, totally. How long have you been doing
Uh,
this, by the way?
3.5 years.
Nice. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it started as a fairly kind of part-time esque thing. I went full time on it early last summer. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's sick.
yeah.
Did I don't remember her name, the setter
Maggie,
girl who called me. Okay.
Maggie.
Did she give you context on kind of me?
She told the gist of it was I think basically mentioning kind of around like packages. I think you guys like started chatting numbers and like what you're essentially looking for and stuff like that. But yeah, do you want to share in your own words of what you got?
Sure, yeah, 'cause I don't want to like waste your time or whatever. But yeah, so basically what I told her is I don't totally know if I'm necessarily in your ICP, but I think what you guys do is super interesting. And so I was just like curious about it. And so I told her I was like, our ads are working pretty well, but I'd be curious to put somebody else's face on it, just like see what happens, kind of.
For sure.
Um,
Are you
yeah,
just rocking? I think in the ad library, I just saw like a handful of statics that are going after
yeah.
catering businesses.
Yeah, we're trying something new right now. So we
Okay.
pretty much were going after everybody for the
Okay.
last, we're hitting 3 years in December.
Cool.
And so going after everybody. And then I just got tired of it because I feel like when it comes to the marketing strategy part of our business, a lot of it has to come from me, unfortunately. I haven't been able to find somebody who can really be the strategist.
Mhm.
So it makes it so much easier if we can just onboard people where we already know the strategy. And
Sure.
so what I'm doing now is like one ICP at a time, take on like 50 clients of that ICP, then go after another ICP. So playing around with that. We just started the catering thing. We started it on Monday of last week, and I think we've had I can tell you exactly how many people have reached out. Monday of last week, 73 catering companies, which I feel
Hmm.
pretty decent about. Cost per lead's like 30-ish bucks.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
And
are these
then
guys, are you just running them through a lead form and then they're getting on a call directly with said closer, or what's the standard funnel approach you follow?
kind of, yeah. So it's instant lead form. In case they so we can catch the information if they know, even if they don't want to hop on the call for long-term nurture. So then basically they come in through the instant lead form, then they're going to get some automated text where we qualify them.
Yep.
And then based on their answers to that, then they'll get a link to book. There's also a link to book at the end of the instant form, but maybe 30% of people do that.
Okay.
The rest will book through the automated sequence.
And so of the 70 that have come through the past week or two, how many live calls have you guys taken with them?
Let's see. Out of the 70 so far, not including the ones from today. Let me see. Erase those really quick so I can see what the correct data is. 33 of the 70 so far in the last week.
And how many have you guys closed?
We've closed like, well, not all those calls are like those are how many people have booked.
Okay.
So some
How
of
many
those
live
calls are
calls?
for I think so far we've had 12 of the 33 live calls, and I think we've closed 2.
Cool. And what's the primary kind of service delivery that you're giving to these guys?
This is a funnel offer. So basically we plug in something that works really, really well for caterers. We
Yep.
run ads to that funnel and then just give them the leads. It's primarily through Google Ads.
And have you what was the primary niche you were targeting prior to 2 weeks ago?
It was just an offer on if we can't improve your Google Ads KPIs in the next 90 days, we're going to work for free until we do. And so it's for any small service-based business.
Mm-hmm. And where did catering come from?
Just because we got some caterers that we just dominated for.
Good.
It's
No, that's
super,
the right
yeah.
answer. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
so
sweet.
easy to crush for them, for us at least.
Okay, I like it. So what do you spend on, like, what have you put on this campaign so far? I'd imagine if you've generated 70 leads at roughly 30 bucks, you've put $2,100 in spend behind this campaign for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Does that sound
I think
about right?
yeah, I think it's supposed to spend like 8,000 a month. That's what I have it like set up to do.
Okay, cool. And do you ever shoot video ads, or is it typically whipping up statics? Like, what's your vibe?
I did a lot of video ads early on. They worked pretty well. I think they'd work better now with this current offer. The thing that I
Why?
love, just because this offer's really, really freaking good. It like when we talk to caterers, they're just like, oh frick. Like, okay. Like literally I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. It's $499, and if they don't get their first 10 qualified appointments in the first 30 days, it's free until they do. And one qualified appointment for them is like $6,000.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of just it's nuts. We've literally taken caterers to 50 grand a month off of a $500 ad spend with this offer.
Mhm.
It's stupid.
It's a good industry
So
to like be, yeah.
yes and no, they have no money. They like so like
But I think it's
yeah,
easy, like in a way, I think it's easy, like easier to get like wins for them, if that makes sense. Like it's a
sure.
space that maybe none of them are like all that like with the shits. And so if you can like come
Yeah.
in and actually do
Yeah.
good stuff, like you're gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But wait, sorry, what was your question? I think I got sidetracked.
We were just talking about video ads and why you think
Okay.
video.
Yeah, I think it would crush for this. The thing I really like about statics though is just how quickly you can iterate. And like, I don't know, my time recently, because we've been scaling so much, has just been pretty slim. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on with like potentially moving to Puerto Rico and stuff like that, where we're like, I don't know, my time is so slim right now. So I'm like, I think it'd work pretty well for me to get on the camera again, but I just like, I love how quickly you can iterate with statics and just
Sure.
like,
And do you take
yeah,
ownership right now on whipping up the statics, or is it your media buyer?
I personally do all that right now.
You are the media buyer.
I'm not the media buyer, but I come up with the offers and mostly make all the graphics.
Is it somebody internal right now that manages your spend, or is
Yeah.
it a vendor? Okay.
Yeah, we have a full-time like meta ads dude.
But he doesn't take ownership on creatives?
He's good at it. I
You should have him take some more
I'm
ownership on it.
picky. Yeah.
You should be picky, but also
Yeah.
media buying is so much a creative game these days that, like,
Yeah.
especially if you are trying to iterate fast on statics,
Yeah.
you just I would have him take a little more ownership there, just to save you a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, I recognize you can whip up a static really fast and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's at 8K a month in spend, unless, does he also manage a lot of the spend for your other clients, or like for your current client?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he manages all of our meta ads clients right
I
now.
gotcha. Okay, so he stays
Yeah.
fairly busy.
Yeah, he's pretty busy. Meta ads is the smallest part of our business.
what do you
We only have like 10 clients there.
what do you do from a creative perspective for your 10 clients that are marketing on Facebook?
So yeah, it depends.
Mostly
If they
statics?
are, it depends. If they're comfortable getting on camera, we'll write scripts, send it over, ask them to film it.
Yeah,
And if they don't, then we'll do statics.
cool. So if we got you videos rocking, it could be around this catering thing, right?
That's what I think would work. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I honestly, I like your previous offer. Like, we've been partnered with, um, like Jumper Media is one guy that comes to mind. Do you know his offer?
No, I don't.
Um, he has basically like a, will rank you on Google Maps in X amount of
Oh,
time.
okay.
He spends between 300 to 600 grand a month on our campaigns, and we've been really his sole creative provider for like 10 months now. And
Yeah.
he's not going industry specific at all. He just has like a wicked strong offer that gets really a lot of volume.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saying it's like a heavy quality game per se, but like he's got the nice volume and has like a really solid like sticky component to it. But I think,
Sure.
like, if you're obviously seeing some initial really strong success and going after the catering side of things, I'd be excited to whip up some videos that are specifically talking to these catering businesses. And
Sure.
if there's some additional qualifiers and stuff that we can bake into some of the videos and stuff, depending on kind of how we want to wrap up the scripts, I think that that can make some sense,
Yeah.
because you could have one that's literally just talking to wedding caterers, or you could have one that's just talking to caterers that specialize in like corporate events or something like that. And again, the
Yeah.
right people will flock towards that type of messaging and things. Whereas
Sure.
what you've got going with these static ads is just a little, it still is you're casting a little bit of a wider net. And
Sure.
the more that you can obviously go as like upmarket as possible with the types of catering businesses that you bring into
Yeah.
your ecosystem, to feel like they're not all like super broke guys and gals,
Yeah.
well, then you are going to naturally like those people more. You can have
For sure.
still really killer results with them, but also if they can be that much more sticky for you in the long haul, whether you're paying $30 for that lead or $50 for that lead, it
Yeah.
becomes so irrelevant if they end up being this super long-term client for you guys.
For sure.
And one other thing I'd like to do is with the video ads, if you're comfortable with it, is to bake in some of your case studies and testimonials all within the creatives themselves, just
Yeah.
to really, put that in front of the right eyes as well.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, something we've done. So I mean, I would say a handful of the leads that have come through, like it's so insane to me when someone's like, 4.99 a month, that's expensive. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But something we've done, which has been super nice for us, is even after they come through the funnel, there's like a revenue drop down, whatever. We ask for them to choose one.
Mhm.
But then when they go to book a call, there's a checkbox that they have to check. And it says like the minimum required amount for this service to work is X. If you don't have this, don't book.
Yeah.
And that's worked really well. So we really only have qualified people on the calls. And then
Good.
like everyone who's not qualified just goes to long-term nurture. But if we
What
don't,
type of
if they,
like for
yeah,
me right now, like having 30 scheduled meetings, 12 being taken, 2 being only sold, I'd like to see
Mhm.
that close rate a little higher. Like, why do you think if these guys are qualified, why have you guys only closed 2 of 12?
I think there's a lot that goes into it. I've been, something I'm trying to figure out. My sales guy, is my note taker in here?
No.
Hopefully not. Okay, cool. My sales guy is genuinely really, really good. I think what I'm struggling with is my close rate's really, really high. And so what I did was I built the offer, built like a cool deck to like show them the prospects, and I hopped on the first like 3 calls and like closed 2 of them.
Mhm.
And then the third one wanted to recap, and then they said that their owner said they can't do it. Um, and it was like the first 3 calls. And I was like, okay, this crushes, this works. Gave him the framework, trained him on it, and then he hasn't been able to get it closed. And so I've gone through the calls with him, and he's doing everything right, and people are booking recaps. I think there's something about owners too, where people like talking owner to owner sometimes, which is annoying. But to be honest, I'm not totally sure why his close rate is lower than mine.
Okay.
Outside of that,
So I think if I can just give you any feedback, I think the owner thing is just your own kind of limiting beliefs. And
sure,
we like we like to think, oh, we should have the best of the best close rate. It's us. I don't know you. I don't think you have this
yeah.
massive personal brand for people to feel. Am I right or wrong? Do you
Sure.
have a really big personal brand?
No, I know it's more so like the annoying thing is the owner. Well, sorry, go ahead. I'll give you more context later. Uh, yeah,
I'm just suggesting the fact that I think there's a really good chance, let's say Joe is the owner of said catering company.
sure,
Whether Joe gets on a call with you or your closer, he doesn't know who either of you really are. And
sure,
you guys need to build that credibility and authority regardless of who is delivering said pitch and stuff. And
sure.
and the reason I'm saying this is because we have we have our arms we're really close with another SEO company that specializes in serving pet boarding companies as
Hmm.
well as different, yeah, like think doggy daycare, like that vibe.
Yeah,
And they're selling an offer for 1,500 monthly. I think if they get started on one of the 2 offers in on the sales call, they make it 750 per month. So
okay.
we're
Dang.
talking about people that aren't even making 15 to 20 grand in their company.
Yeah,
And the head guy and now his new closer, he's ramped this guy, and this closer, this air quote closer, has next to no experience in sales. And he's just
yeah,
really poured into this guy in exactly how to frame these guys on the calls and
yeah,
so on and so forth. And they are humming right now. And when I
yeah,
tell you these pet boarding companies are like broke, like they are broke, and they're still
yeah,
finding a way to get out ahead of it and get them on a
yeah,
sub 50 or $1,500 a month thing, whether it's
yeah.
owner or it's right hand sales guy that has next to no experience closing.
Sure.
So I'm saying all of this because I think that, and I'd be happy to equip you with my brain dump of everything that we've got. We
Sure.
are partnered with a lot of different agencies. And I genuinely do get to see behind the curtain of what a lot of people are doing right and what they're doing wrong. And
Sure.
yeah, I think that we could just see a nice initial uplift in like some of these early indicators that you have with just these catering guys, and kind of rocket from there.
Yeah, I mean, like, what would you, how do you think, I guess, how would you approach it in a way to take care of some of that stuff early on? Like, if you think it's, and one also, just so you know, I'm not saying that I think it's totally a founder thing. I was saying in this situation, I unfortunately think that I'm better at handling sales calls than he is. So
Yeah,
that's more, unfortunately,
I
but he's
don't
really
disagree.
good.
I bet you are, but you got to just
Yeah,
go into them more. Like
for sure.
as
Yeah,
much as like, call reviews and all the
yeah,
important things, and how can we make it, how can we make all of your marketing material so good? And oh, by the way, the very first impression you make on a lead, the
sure.
ad, all, and then it's like bada bing, bada boom. This is a $500 a thing month.
Yeah,
Do you want it or don't you? We can solve all these problems that you're currently having. Let us get in here and
sure.
like get you some results ASAP. Like your
Yeah,
offer's good. Like I yeah. But what I would take a lot of ownership on would be all of this really all of the material that they're getting leading up to said month.
yeah,
Whether it's one ad, whether it's 3 ads, however much content they're going to get from you guys to literally
yeah,
feel like so excited that they are talking to the number one marketing business for catering companies, and you guys aren't that expensive, but like you don't even have to lead with that. But
yeah,
there's a lot to be done here, and what I'm suggesting is truly, if we can make a lot of that pre-call material that much better and just kind of leave a better impression with the lead before they're even on a call with you guys, you would see a good uptick in all these numbers. I'm confident.
sure. I'm curious to hear what you think about this. I think I'm kind of what I'm thinking we're going to be doing is running these same ads basically for Blue Vine or whatever if we end up doing something. But potentially, do you see value in running on a industry specific account? Like we'll put like organic content on there and then have ads coming from a place where it's like always booked catering, the funnel's always booked catering, and then so they don't feel people look at Blue Line, they'll see we have tons of reviews, but it's from everybody and
Yeah,
not
but
just
I would
caterers.
try to keep them pretty like one track mind in the landing page that you're obviously going to send them through. Make that all geared towards
Yeah.
catering businesses.
Hmm.
Put all your case studies and stuff all for catering businesses on said landing page. If they jump, they
Yeah.
jump. No big deal. They're going to just get all more and more and more results on just you and your company as a whole. I wouldn't say that that's like lowest hanging fruit here necessarily, but I don't think
Sure.
it's a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah, that's something we're playing around with. Okay, what would your process be? How would you want to approach this? Or I guess like, do I fall into something that you feel like makes sense for you? Or
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
you're like literally this would be a perfect really like partnership. This is exactly what we look for.
gotcha. Okay.
And
What
literally like just transparently speaking, my very favorite time to come in is twofold. It's either when you're just rocking with static ads at like, you know, 2 grand a week in spend, and you
sure,
need creatives that can hold more spend in order to want to spend more on your ads and get better qualified people. Or my
sure.
second favorite thing is when we work with people that I look at their videos and like you just kind of know they're off and like they probably don't actually produce that great of results. I'm not saying that you're not good on camera. Like I've never seen you on
Sure.
camera, but
Yeah.
um, I think about who you're talking to in these ads. I've got
Yeah.
25 like really, really talented people on our team that I have a lot of data behind. And I can guarantee you that I have 7 people that would all interact very, very well with your stereotypical catering company founder that you're trying to get on to qualified meetings with.
Yeah,
And so, not to say that's not you, but I do think that there could be a lot of like really good stuff that could come from, you know, getting you some really strong videos to start with here. And I like we are a done for you video creative agency. That's what we are. However,
yeah,
I have some other sauce that I'd be happy to throw at you and just kind of have you be a sponge. I know you're busy. I know you've got a lot of different things
sure,
firing from a lot of different directions, but I think like we can learn from each other, but like you can very much like just take some of our good stuff because I have people that are very much walking in a similar space that you are that are spending, you know, between 1,500 to 5 grand a day on campaigns and
yeah,
seeing very, very strong results from it. And I'd imagine you want to keep on scaling this thing. And, you know,
yeah,
if there can even be the smallest bit of nuggets that you can take outside of getting better creatives on this offer, it's going to be a
sure,
win all around.
sure, yeah. I'd kind of be curious to send you a video ad that I did where I'm the talking head and see what you think about it. I'd be so
Oh,
curious.
I'd be happy to like, you know, give my opinion, but at the end of the day, I just care about the data. Like you
For
can literally
sure.
the ugliest ad with the like worst person ever.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
if I mean if that's producing you a really qualified call that you're closing at a 45% close
Yeah,
rate on, like who am I to be the judge? I don't care. If it's a video that could only hold at $200 a day, well, that's a different story. I have videos that have
sure.
sold at 25K a day in spend, and
Yeah,
they're not even that like again, like who's to be the judge? So sometimes when people are
sure.
like, "Oh, can you tell me what you think of my video?" Like, I don't really know. Um,
Sure.
and honestly, one of the very first things there's there's 4 main things that I care about the most with creative testing. First and foremost is the script. So what I would audit, honestly, right out the gate with you showing me anything would be what's said in the ad and
Yeah,
what we're pulling from when we take full ownership on strategy and scripting is all of the data that we get on all these scripts that are currently getting so much ad spend behind them on a daily cadence. And
sure.
so I'd argue that like 85% of what goes into really, really killer ads is genuinely just the copy. And if you
Yeah,
have like really, really killer copy that you know is crushing with this agency that services med spas, well, I'd be a fool to not leverage that on your offer. Like
for sure.
it's not rocket science, but like we genuinely have all of that data to validate all these things. And yeah, I'd say that that's like first and foremost the biggest thing. The demographic of the creator definitely matters a ton too,
Yep.
because like who would you say is your ideal what's the ideal caterer like? Like how old are they? What's their vibe?
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. Our new ads have been attracting a lot of young people, which has
Okay.
kind of shocked me because the caterers that we've crushed for are like middle-aged, been doing it for a bit, but like we have one guy who's making 2,500 bucks a month before he met us. Then we got him to 50K within 8 months.
Yeah.
On 500 bucks in ad spend. And so, but you normally middle aged, but like we've talked to a bunch of sub 30s in the last like week and a half.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'm
so
not sure, honestly.
that's fine. And that's why it might make sense for us to go a little older demographic, a little younger, and like just really take that data and see, you know, what's going to make the most sense.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and
come
then
on
yeah,
next week and we'll
outside of
be
the
set for me.
demographic, we do a lot of accessory testing. And we
Okay.
also do a lot of like environmental testing, depending on like where we'd want to shoot creatives and like that type of stuff. Like we
Okay.
have some winning ads for Dishio and Dine Line. If you've ever heard of that offer, they like service restaurant owners. And like, you know, we'll actually stand in front of like said restaurant or like be out front of a restaurant and like shoot ads like that. And
Hmm.
you know, we'll do a lot of like environmental testing. It definitely goes a long way.
Cool. Well, I'm so curious. What do your numbers look like when it comes to incoming leads, uh, booking rate, close rate? What does that tend to look like for you guys with your own funnel?
I mean, we're spending like 60 to 80 grand a month on my campaign,
Yeah,
and we're seeing like an upfront ROAS between 4 to 6x.
that's solid.
And that's, yeah, not including
Lifetime value,
like
obviously.
lifetime value or
Yeah,
contract.
nice, nice. That's great.
So yeah,
Yeah,
it's I mean, you look at that, like the way that things are mathing, and like it ultimately becomes like other, it's not really like a marketing issue. It's obviously like fulfillment and sales and
oh yeah,
other, all other sorts of things and stuff like that. But yeah,
yeah. I mean,
ads
that's
are
why. I
awesome.
mean, yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, we're not like super big. We're at like right now we're at like 2.2. I think we'll close out this year at like 2.4, 2.5.
Nice.
But yeah, honestly, the reason we're not spending more on ads, because we totally can, is we get crushed on referrals. And we have so many leads coming through referrals right now where like for me, it's a fulfillment thing. I don't really
Yeah.
want to, I mean, I don't want to spend more than 10K a month on ads right now because we get like so many leads right now that it's just hard to talk to everybody.
Yep. Yeah, and I think, again, like if you guys can just really begin maximizing your calendar space and making it so that you are, I'd imagine your close rate on referrals is really, really high. How
Yeah.
can we make your close rate on ice cold traffic from ads that much higher, just to make
Mhm.
everything like way, way more like worth you and said closers time, to,
Sure.
continue to, because like I'll tell you, like if you're spending 10 and rocking with a 4 to 6 to 8x on your cash, like you just look at it and say, why am I not spending 50? Why am
For
I
sure.
spending at least, like, you figure out fulfillment, like it all just kind of starts
Yeah.
to come together. So I'd be excited for you to see like stronger metrics on the front end. Your offer is going to be a little different just because it's not something crazy, crazy high ticket right out the gate. You need to
Yeah.
go for a long-term play and increasing that lifetime value on these people
Yep.
to make it all make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the whole reason we did caterers is I don't expect to actually like cash flow month one and have a positive ROI with them.
Right.
Like we'll hit like positive ROI with them after month like
Sure.
two-ish. But the thing I love
Yeah.
about caterers
Acquire
is,
them, acquire them for under a grand and then like be in the
yep,
green right around month two.
yeah, they're just sick though because they are so busy cooking, they never talk to you and they
Yeah.
just pay their bills and you never have to meet with them.
That's solid.
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the process look like? What would everything like? I'd be curious to like test something out. I don't know if I would do like a retainer right now, but I'd be curious to test something and like see what we could come up with.
Yeah. So are you in Slack?
Unfortunately, hate Slack.
Oh wow. I feel like
We
as
use
an agent,
Discord.
you said what?
We use Discord for everything
So why are you in Slack?
because there's one client, and one client asked if we could be in Slack, and they're a decent contract.
I got you.
So yeah,
So we use Slack for comms. I have an initial one pager that I'd have you fill out that's basically just like, here's main case studies that I want you to highlight in said scripts. Obviously, here's the offer of that, 10 or you don't pay or we worked for free in 30 days, blah, 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 blah. Give me all the sauce basically in that one pager.
okay,
Um, from there, we dive into strategy scripting. I'm going to nudge you again when I need you to approve the scripts. But if you're cool with it, lean on us entirely for all things strategy scripting, because like
sure,
we've got we know what we want to, do. And then
sure.
yeah, from there we'll dive into shoots. We'll get a really good edit on the videos. And then what you would get and what would be passed off to your current media buyer would just be a Google Drive folder that'll have the final edited videos, and then you would get access to all the raws if you want to do anything with those raws. And then the rationale for said contract is just that I'm not really interested in working with a business that's going to view this as a transactional thing. And what I mean by that
Sure.
is I'm not interested in getting you 4 video ads and walking away. The whole
Sure.
nature of what we're doing is to get you 4 ads and then use those initial pieces of data that we get from those 4 ads getting 5 to 8 grand in spend put behind them in the matter of the first 4 weeks. And we leverage that data to get you better and better results as you scale this thing up. Because
Sure.
my hope would be that after getting you a handful of ads, you guys aren't rocking with 5 to 8 grand a month in spend. You've upped it to 10 to 15K per month
Sure.
in spend, and
Yeah.
really start to feel the need for this kind of volume of creative testing that's needed in order to keep them in a good clip as you really scale it up. So with all that being said, I'm not not willing to give you a model where it's basically like a cancel anytime thing. It would be a subscription. You reach out to us and say, yo, I'm out. But I just want to set clear expectations that like
Yeah.
I don't want you to get, I'm not saying you're some like emotional business owner. You don't seem like that guy. But I don't want you to like see initial numbers and say, "Oh, I'm pulling the rug out from under these people. I hate their
I
guts."
get it.
Instead,
Yeah.
I want us to have some sense of, hey, like I'm in this to test. I see the value of testing, and like I understand kind of, yeah, your rationale behind what you guys are doing here. And I'm here to give you the data, and I want you guys to want to be committed to lock in and like get us subsequent stuff from there. So
For
I don't know
sure.
how Maggie explained it to you when you guys chatted yesterday, but that is how that is the reason for a 3-month contract, is because we truly are looking to partner with people that want us on the team for the next 3 years. And we have those sticky clients.
Sure.
But the way to start that type of relationship is typically by getting the business owner that's understanding, I'm going to work with these people for the next 90 days, and
Yeah.
then we'll figure out where we go from there. So does that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, honestly, like commitment isn't the scary thing for me.
Okay.
Though I'll to be transparent, the weird thing for me right now is we're most likely moving to Puerto Rico in January, and I'm
Mhm.
probably about to spend like $70,000 with lawyers and with the moving stuff for Puerto Rico. And
Gotcha.
so I'm just trying thinking about every line item right
Thinking
now.
about
I'm
cash
like,
flow and
yeah, that's basically
totally.
it.
That makes sense. So what I could do is I'd be down to basically honor that kind of cancel anytime model with you, where genuinely, if things get kind of sticky and things get kind of weird as you get closer and closer to this January date and stuff, if for some reason you need to like take a pause on something with us, obviously that wouldn't be my preference here, because like I would
Sure.
also be the one that's like, what comes first, like chicken or the egg here? Like you need to fuel ad spend in order to have the cash
For
flow,
sure.
in order to feel good for your like, so it's all this like start stop type stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, does that make sense? Is that fair?
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, like my thing is too, like I value your time, and I like because I've had so many clients who like try to work like stupid custom stuff with me. I'm like, there's just no world where this makes sense. And so that's
Yep.
why I'm just trying to be like straightforward, because I don't know what's gonna we go to Puerto Rico on Saturday,
Yep.
next Saturday, to find the spot that we're potentially living in, and then if stuff looks good, we start the process with the lawyers. And that's where we're
Okay.
just gonna be like bleeding cash for a few months. And so that's where I'm trying to like that's why I'm trying to plan a little bit.
Totally. But do you agree that like you could be bleeding cash, but at the same time, like could also get out ahead and like keep the business like
For sure.
humming in all the right directions to make it
Yeah,
so that you don't have that as much?
for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I texted the guy and I told him it's gonna be like 10 minutes late for this next call I'm supposed to be on. How do you want to communicate moving forward?
Um, I mean, I can, let me just I'll jot down your cell real quick. What is it?
540-259-1519.
1519. Hi, this is Emily. Um, yeah, I mean, do you think it would make sense to start with the smallest option of the 4 ads per month, or what are you thinking?
What are I don't know what anything really costs. I think Maggie told me some stuff. Like different packages. I think 4 is like the smallest or
Yeah, our smallest pack is the 4. We have like a 6 pack, a 10 pack, and so on and so forth. I mean, do you want to, like, I know you have the call right now. Like, do you want to jump back on like later today, or like what's your vibe?
If you're able to, I mean, I'm cool with jumping on later today.
Uh,
Um, so I gotta hop on the, yeah, so I mean, I have most of it blocked off today outside of the one I'm hopping on now. So I mean, if you send me an invite for something in like an hour, I can probably do it.
okay. Let's text. I think an hour from
Yeah.
now isn't good, but we could do maybe a little bit after that. Like I'm
Okay.
thinking um maybe in like 2 hours, if that would be good for you.
Yeah, that can work.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
Cool. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Have a good call. See ya.